How's it going tonight, my friends? Mr. Strange, I see you're on the TikTok. Welcome, my friend. Do we have audio? Do we have audio and it's just very quiet on my end? I picked a bad time to decide whether or not I wanted to see if the sound was coming through. Also, I won't make the mistake. I was watching back the Battlefront stream, and it's just Mr. No Idea. Welcome, my friend, on the TikTok. And it's just like those moments where you cringe because you know there's nothing you can do to go back and change it, but like while you were streaming you could have changed it. Like, I realized at the beginning of the Battlefront stream I had used the MacBook mic by accident instead of the regular mic. I guess I just turned it on. So we're on my For You page. Well, we're doing something right, aren't we? TikTok even, they need to see the 94 Sham, so you know what? We gotta do this. I gotta put my things on. Bam, bam, bam. 831 Sham runs. It's insane. But in any case, when I had realized that I had the MacBook mic turned on, I, switched mics. So I put on the regular one, but I didn't turn the MacBook mic off. So it was just, oh my god, it said Brenda Gallagher joined on the TikTok. I thought it said Brendan Gallagher for a second there. That would have been insane. So it's like super loud for a lot of it, and I apologize. I gotta update the run. 8:32. We're doing good. We're back. You know what I heard? You know what news I heard? And I don't know if it's confirmed or true or anything. Borderlands 4 is finally getting a Switch 2 release on, I think they said February 24th or something like that. February 24th, 27th. It's on the 20 days, I think. So, I am going to be eager to see gameplay of that because I don't have a Switch 2 and I'm not buying that when I don't have a Switch 2. You think it's going to cost more than the regular game does? I know over Christmas, at least in Canada, it had a sale. Like, they had it on sale for like $60 or something like that. So let me turn that down a bit. I'm guessing it has gone back to its original price of around $80 or $90. But it's all about the money. I mean, I'm sure they spend a good deal of money on the Switch 2 optimization, quote unquote. We haven't exactly seen it yet, so let's see what kind of optimizing they did. It's kind of like Borderlands 2 on the Vita. Borderlands 2 came out the year the Vita came out, or I guess the year after the Vita came out, because the original, in Japan at least, came out in 2011. But and then a year or two later, after some grinding in the game developing studios, they made this game happen. So we'll see if the Switch 2 fares any better. I would say so. I want to see if the rumors were true about whether or not they were actually tweaking the lumen lighting system. I don't know. No idea. Is my YouTube chat working properly? I see a 0 of 1 on my side here, which isn't good. I can see viewer counts, but it's event not started. Why? It looks started to me. Sham? No. Give me 1 second. I gotta test it. I don't know if the YouTube chats are coming through or not. Let me load up a YouTube on my own here. On the side. Man, the computer's just gasping for RAM when I have all this crap going on at once. Right. Oh my god, that's loud. No, it's not coming through. Are you kidding me? For God's sake. Alright, how am I gonna do this? Restream, what the hell? Pop out chat. Can I do that? And then can I just go back to the TikTok chat? Oh, look at the multitasking. I really hope this doesn't just chew up every little bit of processing power this computer has to do this. Hopefully that's fine. Okay. There we go. I can see Mr. Gabriel and Mr. Strange, the second time on YouTube now, so now I have to just look at everything. It's fine. I didn't stream over the weekend because I had to work on assignments. My apologies, but we're back. We're back for the Wednesday night stream. See how long I go for. I don't think I'm going to go for a full 3-hour stream tonight, just because I also do have to get up in the morning for errands. But, let's see what we got. Alright. Let's be efficient about our about our runs here. 8:33. So when I click back on here, where's the YouTube chat? I guess I can force this one all the way to the right since chats aren't coming out through there. The Chosen Donut. Howdy, Mr. Streamer. Did you change your account name or is that just a different account? How's it going, Mr. Donut Lord? Welcome, my friend. How are we? We're back to the endless pit of sham farming here. Good to be back. But yeah, excited to see Borderlands 4 clips, see if that revitalizes the game. I think one of 94 donut accounts. That's absolutely insane. It's an alt. Why do you have all these alt accounts? I'm kind of curious now. What do you do? I can understand having one alternate account. This is my phone account. I don't want to be that guy, but you realize login information is created so that you can log in on any device with the same account, right? I don't know. I'm not one to judge. But, yeah, excited to see the clips, see if Borderlands 4 gets some new life injected to it. Probably not. You know what? If the Switch 2 port is just poorly received, it'll probably... Mr. Levi, welcome, my friend. How are we? It'll probably just shut the game down even further than it already is. I don't know. I find it funny it had a higher all-time peak player count than Borderlands 2, but then slowly kind of just died off, which... I don't know. It's hard to replicate something that was so great, or I guess not replicate it, but replicate the feelings surrounding, emotions surrounding Mr. Gavin on the TikTok. Welcome, my friend. How are we? Replicate all those feelings. 'Cause you gotta remember, it was also a different time, right? Early 2010s. The atmosphere was just different. Console wars were a thing, and whether or not any of that filters into whether Borderlands 2 was a great game and how that created its atmosphere, I don't know what it is. To me, they just got the art style. Hey! Yeah. I screwed up. Wait, no, I didn't! He's still crawling around! I think they nailed the art style with this game, because even on hardware like this, maybe this isn't the best level to, demonstrate it on, but, it still looks great for what it is, what it's running on, and even on the PS3 360, the game still looks phenomenal, and it's a kind of art style that you can scale so many different ways. You can pull it back to something like this and still have it look respectable. But you can also have something like the Handsome Collection on PC or on modern consoles where you get some crazy lighting effects and some gorgeously smooth textures. But they still look like the proper art style. You know what I mean? I have them for reasons. Fair enough. I won't ask past that. Whatever you do, don't look at your message. Went on the PS4, but not on the PS4. The PS Vita does not get PS4 messages anymore. They shut down the Vita messaging system a couple of years ago now, which I don't know why. Did PlayStation really, or did Sony really update the messaging system on the PS4 to the point where, because that's usually what happened with the Vita services, is that a lot of them were interconnected with the PS4 version, like parties and messages, and I guess that's kind of it. I don't know why I said all services. Freaky Deaky 53 is now on. And usually the PS4, it would get the updates and things would change, like the party system. When they added 16-player support, they cut off the Vita players from joining in those parties, so now you're only limited to Vita players instead of having the cross-console stuff. Same with the messages. I assume that once PS4 kind of got past the point where the messaging systems got too advanced, or maybe some image formats changed with stuff that you could send back and forth, then they completely eliminated the, as much as, when you get a game invite on the PS4, it'll still pop up on the Vita, you have new messages, but you can't access anything. Like, there's just one message. Even if you had messages before, there's just one message that says, we're shutting down the messages service. So, same with the email. Email service, it still kind of works. I don't know why you'd ever want to put your email on a Vita. But modern security standards have surpassed what the Vita was capable of, or safely capable of. You can still do it. I wouldn't recommend doing it, especially on a PS TV. That was kind of how you modded the console back in the day, was you'd email yourself a bunch of files and then mod the system that way. But the Near service was cut off pretty early. It was like the Vita's version of Street Pass and Spot Pass that the 3DS had. So, just reminiscing about old cool things that would be really cool to have now, but no longer exist. And I'm sure Sony was losing cajillions of dollars keeping the Vita messaging service online. So they had to think about themselves, think about the future of the company and whether or not they'd be able to re-release The Last of Us a fifth time. It's either that or the Vita messaging system. So, taking my talk right now. I might just end the stream after reading that, you know what? Is the audio and everything working on the TikTok? I have to ask that now. Some things I have to turn on both ends, like whether on the YouTube end and also on the TikTok end, but then other things it kind of just does it automatically if it's turned on. Should we look for a special item, like we've done in the past? Look for a special thing that he could drop. Give us something to hope for. Battlefront 2 stream. This isn't a Battlefront 2 stream, it's a Borderlands 2 stream. I think Ben and I, the next stream that we do, Mr. Strange, I was gonna say in the last stream, the donations, they rounded up to like $1.18, so like, we were pretty minty last time. Somebody else had donated 3 roses though, so it was just kind of funny. Audio's good, do it. But what was I saying? Ben and I. I think next stream we're going to do is a Rocket League stream. I think Mr. Mika has asked, he's requested that he and I do another Rocket League stream, so I think we'll set that up next time him and I have some time. No idea when that's going to be. I don't know if I'm going to be busy this weekend. Also working on assignments, but busy time of year. Meant to ask about the total. Yeah, it's like sitting around $1. Like I think total in all of donations is like $2 or something like that. Which, that's pretty cool. It's still pretty cool. Mika has been waiting. I know he's been waiting so patiently, and he's in most of the streams anyway. Whether we're playing Borderlands or Battlefront or something else. I gotta finish that Ninjago stream on the, well, also on the PS Vita. But, no, Battlefront 2. Speaking of Battlefront 2, I finally, on my Legion Go thing, I finally got the Kyber servers, or the Kyber mod launcher. It's pretty cool. It's pretty, like, it reminds me of, on my old ThinkPad laptop from ye olden times. I don't know why I have the mindset that ThinkPads are always crap, because the one that I had was old and barely more powerful than a Vita, I'm sure. But I just get like flashbacks to modding that game, the original Battlefront 2, because there was some really cool stuff that you could do on there in terms of like custom maps, custom heroes, and you can still mod it today. Like, there's tons of modern mods. You can play Old Republic era stuff, add new voice lines, and like there's so much you can do, and I'm pretty sure there's still some way to get online servers working, or at least private online servers outside of the Classic Collection. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that all that stuff just works online too. The Kyber stuff, so ooh. Nice. How's everybody's week going so far? Always gotta ask that, how it's going, even if it's not going the best. You're here to talk about it. You know what? We're here for some consolidation. See, Mr. Strange has liked the live. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. See. Not like in the start, not like in the odds. We got, yeah, it was last stream, last Sham stream, we got the 77 again. Spinning in my face, in my craft, insulting a man's craft. What are you? You look cool. I thought this was a pearl for a second, but doesn't look like any pearl, huh? My week's pretty weaky. What does that mean? Do I want to know what that means? Yeah. Nice. I gotta think of stuff to talk about. My brain's just kind of off today. It's been off for the last couple of days. I don't know why. Just having a hard time catching up to just anything. Classes are fine. Classes are, a couple of them drag, but you know, they're fine. Today, my second class, professional learning seminar, usually is 25 kids, because they split our cohort up in half for some reason during that class. I don't know why, but usually there is 25 of us. Today there was 5 of us, because the weather, people were leaving early in anticipation of some bad weather, and it wasn't that bad of weather, honestly. Once it did happen, roads were kind of crappy in that town, but I mean, outside of that, and I mean, everybody's coming from everywhere, right? Like, that's the one guy comes from it's like an hour drive, or over an hour drive, which is insane that he makes that commute almost every day. But you know, everybody's hometown has something different. Great clearing games from my Vita backlog to reclaim storage. Played Resistance for the first time. It was the Vita exclusive one. I enjoyed it. Gonna play through the others soon. I have Resistance. I have that cartridge, I think. I don't have the box for it, though, or the case, so I'm not sure. What is shooting? What is that? I don't remember hearing that sound out of anything that is in this arena. Maybe it's a turret that dropped, I don't know. But yeah, I have the Vita, the Resistance game for the Vita. I think I've commented on it before. It's... oh, it's an ion loader. They rarely kind of spawn around here. It was okay. I don't think I finished it, but I got like more than halfway through. I think I mentioned like, it's made by the same people that did the Call of Duty game on the Vita, and that game was notorious for being just bad. Audio was compressed, and some of the mission design was weird. Like every mission was timed in the campaign, and like if you died, the checkpoints were really weird. Like they were really far apart, or they just didn't exist at all. So you had to pretty much run through the whole thing in one go. I don't know. Resistance wasn't like that. They thankfully figured out how to do checkpoints, but I don't know. The graphics were just okay. The guns for a Resistance game that usually has like really cool gun design and sound design, it kind of just fell flat. But it wasn't designed by Insomniac. It was designed by a different company. Had a meeting I had to wake up at 5 for, but other than that, week's been pretty good. Also, my teacher emailing me about a Zoom meeting last minute. Teacher doing a Zoom meeting? Is that like an online class you're referring to, or is he just like having meetings with you? Or they, I don't know. No, online class was awful. I hated it. I still hate it. Thankfully, in my first year of university, like, it was during COVID, but my university had 5 classes per term, and first term I had 4 in person, which was really nice and really unheard of. And the novelty's cool at the beginning, but when you're in, a program where you actually have to pay attention and listen, it can be pretty difficult to do. It's just not the same. You don't get that same educational effect as in-person learning. I don't know how to describe it. Human connection, easier to read body language. People just seem to disappear when participation becomes a thing online. I don't know. I don't know what it is. If it's more of a feeling of being front and center on a Zoom call when your face pops up in front of everybody. I don't know. Somebody should do a study on that, publish it, and then no one will read the article. We did do Zoom meetings since one student was out of town this week. Oh, like one student that she taught was out of town, so she put the whole class online? Really? That's insane. I mean, good on the teacher for accommodating that student, but like, damn, that's quite the accommodation. That's alright, though. Sometimes having that one day at home doing a class isn't so bad. Gives you a break. Especially if it's like a later class, then, you can kind of just chill at home. Don't need to worry about staying out longer and driving home later. Sir? Yeah. Hey, that one hurt. Yeah. I got him. I was playing Borderlands 1 again. I know we have our online or streaming series, but I was playing it again on my own time because I have all the Borderlands games for the Xbox 360, and I know Borderlands 2 visually is different on that versus the PS3. Like the lighting, it's similar to the Mac, right? Like the Mac, I think Mr. Actus was talking about this last time. Oh, you're facing the wrong way. The Mac is just missing some lighting, like ambient occlusion, I think, is the one thing that's just permanently turned off for whatever the reason. And same thing on the PS3, but I can understand on a PS3 why you would do that. You have limited power, and also that was probably harder to develop for. I need that email and was tempted to just call sick. And the Mac version also lacks it, but for a computer game, it seems kind of weird since you have like a range of potential hardware that could play the game. Even in 2012, like if you had a beefy iMac, I'm sure it could have handled it, because I think they they still made them with dedicated graphics at the time, and I think even like the 15-inch MacBook Pros had dedicated graphics. Mind you, if you had a 2011 model, they were bound to fail because I don't know why that seems to just happen with popular products. They make them and then at some point they're destined to fail. In any case, the 360 has the ambient occlusion turned on, which I find is cool. It's like one of the only locked 30 frames a second Borderlands 2 experiences that you can have with ambient occlusion. So I'm like, oh, maybe Borderlands 1 will also be different, because I have the Game of the Year version of that, and I think since I have the triple pack for the PS3, I might want to track down that for the 360 as well, because it has every piece of DLC save Fight for Sanctuary, and that's the only way on 360 that you can get them legitimately for all the games. But it's a little more expensive than the PS3 version because people have clued in to, hey, yeah, this is the only way to get all the DLCs. So, you know, maybe if I'm out somewhere at a vintage place or flea market or something, maybe they'll have a pack, and just gotta check to make sure all the discs are in there. There's 6 discs in total that come in that one. Game disc and DLC disc for each. 3 games. But, in any case, from what I can tell, Borderlands 1 is identical to the PS3 version. It might be, like, a slightly sharper 1080p, like, the anti-aliasing might be a little bit better on that one, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same. Performance is the same. I don't know. Because the 360 gave you the option to install games to the hard drive if you had a hard drive, and I guess the thinking for that was you could just, you know, load times were way faster. And hey, I'm getting hit a little too much for my liking during these little waiting sessions. And I think I have mine. I don't know, I was testing that feature out. Mr. Flip, welcome, my friend. I'm here for the 94 Sham, I have faith. Well, as long as one of us has faith, then, you know. But, I have it installed on the hard drive, so, at least from my experience, it's the exact same in terms of load times. PS3 might be slightly faster, but that's might also be because I have a SSD in there. 360 had to make do with the proprietary. They did it again with the Xbox Series X. Proprietary memory formats. Let's just make little SanDisk SD card looking plug and play thing. Even though at heart it's an SSD. And just make it proprietary. And you know damn well that for the people who want an Xbox in 2035 for some reason, buying the memory modules is going to be hella expensive. But they did the same thing with the 360, unless you mod the 360, which I understand. I understand is easier than it has been, although it's still not nearly as easy to do as a PS3. You can't, because you can buy, and I thought this when I bought my 360, because I didn't know anything about Xbox, really. I bought my 360 from a Value Village for like $30, and it's this slim model, and it didn't come with a hard drive. And I wanted to play the Old Republic on it, like the original Xbox Old Republic, because the 360 can emulate that, but you need the hard drive, because the hard drive includes the emulation partition information on it for some stupid reason. And if you format a 360 hard drive on a PC, you lose that and you can't get it back without some shenanigan. Like you have to mod your 360 for it to be able to read a drive that has been had that emulation software reinserted into it. And it's just so so weird. It's really weird decisions for that. I don't understand. Maybe for piracy reasons they did that, but I don't understand locking down your hard drive and making it that proprietary. Because you can buy like little enclosures that fit in the 360, and you can put your own drives in them. But you can't use your own drives with them unless you mod the thing. So, I don't know. In any case, long story short, I did just buy off of eBay 250 gig 360 drive. It was legit and real. That's the other thing you have to watch out for, is that sometimes people are selling fake 360 drives. So I got an official one, plugged it in, worked just fine, and I can play Old Republic in a very stuttery 15 frames a second because every combat encounter has to reduce the frame rate by half for some reason, but it's a 360 emulating, so must be run 848 that it drops. 848, I'm gonna hold you to that. Mr. Flip says 848 is the run we get the 94 Sham. Kaboom! Let's see. I kind of want it to be on a night where I'm just like dead tired, and I just want to see how much energy it infuses me with when I finally see it. I feel like even right now, another 77 Sham I just wouldn't be excited for it. It would be like any other Sham at this point, because we've gotten 2 already. I'm gonna guess he's not dropping anything else out of that. That's fine. 840. Nice. TikTok is still running. Last Sham stream it ran the whole time, so. And I think last Battlefront 2 stream it also ran the whole time. I'm not entirely sure what causes it to, like, mess up. I don't know if it's, like, the game, because when you stream with OBS and you stream with Restream, in the one little window you have, you can turn on which channels you're streaming to. Like, I have my YouTube set up there, my Twitch, my TikTok, and free Restream lets me stream to 2 at once, which is fine. I don't think I would be able to keep an eye on more than 2. But on TikTok, like, you can click the little edit button, and then you have to type in the game that you're streaming to, or like the title. Twitch does something similar. It's like a category, so when people click on that category, like the Borderlands 2 category, your stream is in there and they can find you. I'm not sure what that does on TikTok, because I've never seen gaming categories or anything like that on TikTok, but I'm almost wondering if I just forgot to switch the game category on there, like if we had been doing a Battlefront stream and I'm streaming the Battlefront but playing Borderlands, and it just doesn't like that. Not sure. Don't know, but the last couple times it's been okay, so let's hope. I'm yawning already. That's not good. That's not good. We got more Shams we gotta find before that happens. We have a job to do. What do you mean? You can't be throwing those right now. It's too early for that. Do we think GTA 6 is gonna get delayed another time? I saw that post about Rockstar. There was a fire at Rockstar. And they didn't announce any official delays, but you gotta think, like, maybe the fire was intentional. Maybe it was you know, an act of vandalism by the staff, but it wasn't actually an act of vandalism. It was an inside job where they're like, hey, you gotta set the building on fire because we need 8 more months to develop this game that we've been working 10 years on. Don't worry, nobody will find out. It's not like leakers have been able to infiltrate our information data banks at any possible time. It will release this year. When's it supposed to release? Like September or something? What was the release date that they said? May? Is it supposed to release in May? I don't know, they're throwing around so many different release dates now, I have no idea which one's the actual date anymore. Big Sham. Okay. Okay. Never fear. It's not like we've gotten anything cool out of... I mean, you know, I shouldn't say that. We've gotten some cool stuff out of this general pile that he chucks out here. One of the things I missed, I don't know what it was, but you guys caught it, so I thank you for that. Is it Royal Home Security? Why are you away from all the others? Okay. Green, that's fine. Chickle physics aren't chickly enough. Start a fire. November 19th? That's when it got pushed back? Are you kidding me? Jeez. You know what I'm thinking? I'm kind of thinking like they're realizing that the PS5 and the Series X actually can't handle the game very well. So they're like, oh, let's just keep pushing the game back so that maybe the, you know, Sony or Xbox will reveal their new console and it'll be able to run on those instead. I want to think that, but I also know that their original trailer, at least they claim, was, you know, running on PS5 Pro hardware or something along those lines, and that's November 19th. That's pretty much an entire year away again. The game was revealed in 2023. 3 years ago the game was revealed. And even then, it had a 2-year... Like, it was supposed to come out 2 years after that trailer. Like, I understand games are huge now, and they take a long time to develop for, and GTA 6 is rumored to be around, like, $2 billion they've used for developing it, but, like, my God, man. When's enough enough? I mean... Rockstar is known for making their game, like, big games run on crappier hardware. GTA 5 came out on the PS3 and the 360. You know, and that game is still the front runner. Not receiving updates on those consoles anymore, but, like, in the beginning, 256 megabytes of RAM was, you know, enough to run the entire GTA 5 and have it look respectable. And now we're in a world where Lego Batman requires 32 gigs of RAM for some reason. Like, bro, what? I saw that, and I was actually, like, flabbergasted. There's no way. I understand it's an open world game, but how many open world games have there been in all of time? Like, the game's not graphically impressive in any way compared to, you know, AAA games. It's a Lego game, for God's sake. And unless the map is a, like, literal one-to-one scale of Arkham, there's no way in hell it needs that much RAM. Like, the original Lego Batman, and I get, you know, like 20 years ago, the original Lego Batman ran on a PSP. It was the full console port running on a PSP with, like, 32 megs of VRAM or whatever that thing had. I bet they tested it on a PS4. That's where the fire came from. They force-loaded it onto the PS4. Yeah! That's not a sham! It's a lie! It's a false promise sent by the gods. That's a cool purple color. I can't use that, but that's cool. Man, dude. I can add it to the counter, though. Because it's something I can have. Where are you? Fire? Does this gun only come in fire and regular? Because I swear to God, we've only seen the fire version of it and not elemental. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to come in all elements, but man, they must be rare. Mr. or Mrs. Pixel on YouTube, welcome, my friend. What is Hokkaido Malevolent? To what are you referring, my friend? I don't know. The Malevolence was a ship in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. That's what I remember. That's probably not the answer to your question, though. But yeah, like, what are we doing? Lego Batman. Like, that's not gonna run on the PS4 or the not the PS4, the PS5. Like 32 was okay. Wait, no, I haven't looked too much into it. Was the 32 gigs of RAM, was that the like recommended system requirement or the minimum? Because if it's a minimum, then we have a problem. Because PS5 and the Series X have half of that. They have 16 gigs of GDDR 7. Did they get 7 or did they have 6? Yeah, that. What are we doing? 64 gigs of RAM, by the way, is now the price of a PS5 Pro. I'm just going to throw that out there. That's ridiculous. It's gone up 500% in price. Um, like what? Like, what? So yeah, I don't know. I have like a bag in my desk of old RAM sticks. Like, not the some 6, 7. I knew it. It's like old little laptop sized RAM sticks. I don't think I have any full size DIMMs in there, but I'm just like, should I just shuffle that around like money, even though they're like a gig? Maybe they're like 2, maybe 4 gig sticks, or maybe they're even less than that, depending on how old they are. I mean, that's pretty expensive. You know, they're A, rare because they're not making that size anymore, and B, it's just RAM, so that'll feed families. 2 gigs of RAM. You think GTA 6 gonna run at 60 frames on the PS5? That's the other thing too that this generation of games seems to be doing, is that they're trying so hard to make games not run at 30 frames anymore. Which I get, you know, modern technology, but for a game that size, I'm wondering if people would be okay if it just ran at 30, but like, I don't know why. I have this mindset that when it comes out on the base consoles, it's going to run at 1080p 30, which is what GTA 5 ran at on the PS4, 1080p 30. Mind you, it was a native 1080p on the PS4 because dynamic resolution wasn't really a thing at that point. But even then, I feel like it would be a dynamic 1080p 30, which is, I don't know. There can be infinite speculations as to why the game's taking a lifetime to release, and we'll never know unless you work for Rockstar. Maybe even the people at Rockstar don't know why it's taken so long. Or at least most people do. It's probably just the higher ups saying, alright, game runs like poo on modern consoles. Can't release it. We need to, you know, commit vandalism to our own place. Set the place on fire. Or maybe they were just testing, you know what? Maybe it was just on like those base consoles. Maybe Mr. Donut Lord's not even that far off. Just testing base PS5 and Series X, and, you know, place just caught fire. Who knows? We don't know. We'll never know. But gone are the days of game optimization. I can't wait for the Steam recommendation system requirements page to come out. 64 gigs of system RAM minimum. You need like triple the quad SLI, even though they don't do SLI anymore for Nvidia. Quad SLI RTX 5090s. A Core i18, you gotta just combine 2 Core i9s and run them in the dual socket motherboards that they used to make back in the day. And then Windows 11. There's always that. Like, I don't even know why they bothered putting that in system requirement pages. It's like, I don't think people are gonna try and run modern games with Windows 7. So it's It's either Windows 10 or Windows 11. Like, Windows 10 is still perfectly fine for that, so why specify? I don't think there's a game out there that really requires Windows 11 over Windows 10. And then storage, you need... It's not even going to give you a number, it's just going to say server rack. You need to install a server rack in your home. Have a dedicated room. Gone is the extra closet or the spare bedroom. Put a server rack in there with 6 petabyte drives. And you need also an air conditioning unit that is sold separately to cool that room and that room alone. And then you can run GTA 6 at 720p, 25 frames a second. Because you think they're going to optimize that game? I don't think so. I think the fact that these days most developers are just really young and inexperienced and there's not enough training available because, long story short, you gotta keep this skill. I mean, that's not a bad idea. I think also, too, is that companies have just... AI, and it goes... I know everybody hates talking about AI and they're sick of it. It doesn't matter what you're doing, what you're applying it for. Is it like writing a paper or developing a game? Like, it takes the weight off of you, and you're not, like, you don't have the incentive to try as hard as you maybe would have if you had to, like, go in there and manually optimize the game. Because you can tell a game doesn't have that human touch when AI is just upscaling the crap out of it, and you can see through the cracks. So I think there's also that, and I don't know. People don't want to pay the people to optimize the games the way that they should be. To protect your own job and remain lead developer as time goes on, games don't progress anywhere at the rate you would expect. Now it's a bunch of people making salary, not game they have any real control over. It's a job, not a project. Exactly. Good luck farming, dude. Mr. or Mrs. Doan, I apologize if I said that incorrectly, but welcome, my friend. How are we? Yeah, thank you for the good luck. We're 844 runs in. Still appreciating the good luck. That's okay. See if anybody's online. Anybody else farming on the Vita? Nope. Didn't think so. If you don't have at least 2 Yoda bites, you're doing something wrong. Yeah, my bad. You know what? I have to string together 5 human brains worth of capacity to even think about getting the first install file on GTA 6 in there. It'll be insane. It'll be insane, and people are also speculating, is it going to cost more than $90 or $80, depending on your part of the world? Because base games cost $80 now. Like, it's too much. Can't handle it. And there's gonna be GTA Online, I'm sure. I saw rumors that people, like, they're making some social media network within the game. More modern songs are gonna be put in the game. Like, the game's gonna be a living, breathing ecosystem, I think. Mr. Wire Dragon, welcome, my friend. How are we? How is it hanging with you, my friend? You think GTA 6 is going to release on the Vita? So here's the thing. And as funny as this would look, and I really wish someone's going to do it, is that the PS5 remote playing app for jailbroken Vitas is getting way more updates now, and it actually looks respectable and usable. So theoretically, once GTA 6 comes out, you could remote play it to your Vita and play it on your Vita and take loads of pictures, and that would just be hilarious to see. I don't know. Doing better, preparing for the ice storm coming. Oh, you got an ice storm coming your way. We had some bad snow. I think it was last week. We had like some really bad snow, and I had to go in. I thought I had to go in for blood work, Apparently I misread my own schedule. I'm the one who made it, the appointment. And it's actually for tomorrow, not for last Thursday. And the roads were garbage, the visibility was garbage, and I had to drive in, made it all the way to the place, realized, oh hey, I don't remember checking off the reminder I set for this whenever I made the appointment at the beginning of the month. Got there, looked at my email confirmations, and it's like, yeah, no. It's actually for the 23rd. But, yeah, make sure you're all stocked up on the essentials. We got ourselves a sham! What do we think? I might disappear here after a couple more runs when you get the 94 sham. You were close, Mr. Flip. 844, 848. You were close to, well, I don't know if you were referring to the 94 drop or just any sham drop, so drop the predictions in the chat. I'm guessing an 87. I'm going to be optimistic and say 87. Not looking at it because I know people know their parts and that's cheating. We got to go 86, 89. Alright, alright. Doing good. 84% on the TikTok, alright. Alright, let's see. Let's see what we got here. Oh wait, hang on, I didn't update the bunker at the SMG counter. We got one of those, then we got 27 shams. Alright. Now, let's see. 92. My delay is terrible. I do have it on regular normal delay. That's okay. Alright, we got our guesses in. 89. I think somebody... Mr. Strange, you got 89. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's the second highest sham I think we've found. Highest is a 90%, so I'm not going to take this one. I'll keep the current, like, the highest percent in the inventory, because I'm saving that one last spot for the 94. We do have a couple other shams, but... not bad. I don't have a prize for you, unfortunately, Mr. Strange, because you already have modding privileges, so... You have my eternal gratitude, if that means anything. My eternal respect. Not bad, though. 89 is a good start. It's a good jumping point. It's not 80. It's not 77 again. So that's good. No grab it and throw it in the trash compactor. What trash compactor? What, an overlook? Does that actually do anything? Or is it literally just a place to throw garbage out and it doesn't? The grinder. Because there's the two different grinders in the pre-sequel that actually does something. And there's trophies connected to it. But in this game, I don't think it does anything other than you just use it for one of the side missions. Take the 89 and give it to me. Do you have a Vita, Mr. Flip? Actually, you know what? I probably could have. I could just take it, upload this character, and then put it on the PS4 and then give it to you that way. Maybe next time. You're the real prize. You're blessing my heart, Mr. Strange. Get Strange a chicken sandwich. I'll mail you a chicken sandwich, alright? In 3 to 6 weeks, you'll get it. You can use it as a weapon, because it'll probably be moldy, so if there's somebody you don't like, just clean it up a bit and then give it to that person and watch the chaos unfold. Gotta take it to Overlook. So you want me to throw it in the grinder and then just nothing happens? That's a long trip, plus I'd have to walk all the way back up the hill, and doing that on the Vita is just luck of the draw, because there's a high chance the game crashes when you're walking up here. We know this! Has it been that long since we streamed the story side of things, getting through all these areas? Maybe it has been. We'll have to go back and do that and refresh everybody's memory on what parts are stable and what parts aren't. We'll get there, don't worry. We'll get there. We need the 94 sham first, though. And then we'll do it. Then we'll be clean. We'll be pure. We can play the game how we please and not have that lingering thought in the back of my mind. Spicy, please. You want the spicy... Where do you want this chicken sandwich from? What place? What restaurant? Weave. Whoa. Look at that reaction time. Can't believe he never updated the run counter, so we'll jump from 844 to 846. What? No, this was 844. I updated it before we clicked continue. Did I not? Why? You're questioning me. I'm being questioned. I have the stream open. Never mind, it's paused. I'll just leave it paused. Don't wanna murder my computer here, even though it's plugged in, 100%. It's fine. We gotta keep the run counters accurate. I'm sure I've missed a run or two while we've been doing this. Like, I don't know how accurate the run counter is gonna be. Wins in a row. That's the wrong one. There we go. But like, this is for documenting purposes, alright? First people to find the 94 Sham of the Vita. We gotta have the facts straight. We gotta have all the numbers in there as much as possible. Based. I also learned this game on the Vita has an unlocked frame rate. Some places you get 60, but in rare instances... Oh yeah, we knew that already. Like, in the very first area, with Claptrap's house, when you wait for all the, like, blowing snow to clear out when he's talking to you, and you go back into, like, the corner area and you look up at the northern lights, even on an overclocked Vita, you can get 60. There's there, and then there's one spot in the Terramorphous Arena, like, when you just spawn in, not when you're actually down there, where you can also achieve 60. It's the smaller areas with, like, no enemies. Overclocking helps as well. Oh yeah, definitely overclocking. I have 67 TikTok coins left. Wait, you have a limited number of TikTok coins? How does that work? I have no idea how any of that works, I'm just saying. Like, I just like streaming on TikTok too. Yeah, overclocking it. Mr. Honest Liar, when he played with us, he did the whole thing with an overclocked handheld Vita, which, you know, people always kind of are careful with that, like I see online, because you can cause a GPU crash to happen if you push it too hard. I don't even know if it's really overclocking it when you think about it, because the Vita by default is underclocked. So I don't know if when you quote-unquote overclock it, you're just bringing it up to its base clock, and you're not actually pushing it past that. I don't know. Because if that is just like the base clock, then hell yeah, Borderlands 2 would have been a much more enjoyable experience. Not to say that it's going to make everything run at a smooth 30, because it's not. But you'll get, you know, higher frame rates in areas that maybe would have struggled. Also, you'll murder your battery in the process, but if you have a PSTV, that's not a problem. Because you have wall power. Yeah, when you found the Sham last time, it was 844, so now you gotta hit 846. Okay. Damn. I want to get a pearl out of here. I saw Mr. Hellfire's short from eons ago. I don't know why it popped up on my feed, but he was... I don't know if he was sham farming or not. I wasn't paying too much attention. And like in that main area, he was able to get pearl. So I'm wondering if we can also get one. We know they can come out of here. We've had 2 come out of here in like 5 runs. Or 5 runs from each other, so we know it's possible. It's documented. You buy them, spend $1 for 100 a while back. So then... Oh. So it's like each coin is worth 1 cent then? Is that how that works? What's even the point? I'm not questioning your methods, but I'm just like, what's even the point of that? Or are there like other things that you can buy with the coins that... Okay, it was 99 cents for 110 coins. Hey, that's not bad. That's pretty good. Ugh. Not bad at all. Shields are like friends. The best one come with additional benefits. Okay, what friends absorb ammo for you and do extra damage? Badass ranks. They were trying. It's windy outside now. It was cold as anything yesterday. Felt like negative 28. I just love driving to class in negative 28. I love how if I don't have my windshield heat all the way up, and I'm also roasting myself in the car in the process, if I turn that down at all, the wind is so cold that my wipers will just freeze. So I have to keep the heat on maximum. Strictly for donating, I think you'll eventually have all my doubloons. I mean, you can keep them, you know what? Like, I'm not, you know... Like, I appreciate it. Absolutely. But I mean, I feel like the money would be better spent elsewhere. We haven't even found the 94 Sham, so... False advertising, maybe? I don't know. We got him! Move in! Look at that cinematic shot right there. Where is... There we go. Oh, I don't know if I got him. I'm wondering if Borderlands 4 and the Switch 2 is going to have any kind of, like, technical glitches that just never get addressed like here. You need... He's still alive? You need slag textures? I don't think so. You need... no memory leaks? I don't think so. That is a shame. That is a real shame. Surprised they never made any, like, pearlescent anything else in this game. I don't even think in Borderlands 1... Did they have pearlescent other gear other than guns? Because I feel like a pearlescent grenade could be really cool. Like, they could really get creative with that. Pearlescent shield, maybe. I don't know. There's a kind of a lot of legendary shields in this game that do really cool things already. But I mean... What the hell? Well, I already bought them, so I may as well give them to somebody currently giving you about 5 coins. I mean, you know what? A stream, but I did go over last time with 10, I think. They were spoiling me. 10 cents, Mr. Strange. What am I ever going to spend it on? I kid. Yeah, I've done a bit more on BL1 and may hope to do a PS3 stream in the future, but my roll-in on BL1 is almost 30, 26 I think, and I found a legendary shotgun and max 2 weapon categories. Nice. Just closer to getting close to your level. Also have yet to finish all quests in the first arena, even though there are no more available, strangely. There is, and I don't know if this counts as Firestone. I was looking at that. In the Firestone area, there's like a little, what do you call it? Like a little staircase near the first bandit camp that it tells you to go and slaughter. There's a little staircase there that goes to an arena. I've never gone in there before. I don't know if the side mission, because I assume there's like a mission to do that arena. I don't know if that counts as Firestone, or if there's like something you gotta do to get Claptrap to give you more missions at the bounty board. It's a little unclear. My chicken sandwich. I don't think I can buy you They're gonna give me a fleck of the skin, like of the batter of a chicken sandwich for 10 cents. That's it. They'll give me that and a sesame seed off the bun, and that'll be your chicken sandwich. And then charge you like $3 for delivery. Alright, he's got no health this time. I'm sure also if you needed to Google it, Mr. Flip, like what side mission, I'm sure there's, if you were to Google it right now, like what side missions are commonly missed in Firestone, there probably is a video that goes over them or a checklist that goes over them. So you're probably not alone there. I don't know. I like Borderlands 1. I like the rustic charm it has, the wastelandy charm it has and everything. But the one thing I can't stand is the, like, mission sorting and all that crap. Because it doesn't tell you, and they fixed it in the Game of the Year edition, but if you're playing the original version, they doesn't tell you what missions are story missions and what missions aren't. And it's not entirely clear where you're supposed to return certain missions to if you've, like, played the game, completed a mission, done other stuff, quit the game, come back, and now you're like, where the hell do I have to return this mission? It's not always clear. Sometimes it is, but most oftentimes it isn't. And what's the other thing? Like, there's another thing with the missions. Like, it's like, there's missions available, but you have to be listening. If you miss that audio cue, that echo thing, like, of Claptrap coming on and saying, oh, you know, there's new missions available at this bounty board or whatever, like, you aren't gonna know. There's no visual on a map or anything to tell you that, hey, there's missions here for you. So, like, it could be some random guy in Firestone that you have to talk to that has a mission, but you never know unless you went up and talked to him. Right? Not even any of the chicken part. Yeah, no, it's just the crispy bit that flies off in the box or something. That's all you get. I've tried that, and I've seen forums from 2012 and such. It seems that others had the same issues, and it was still unanswered. Still unanswered? That arena's a PvP arena and multiplayer, and there's a trophy to win an arena flawlessly, never lose a round, and I think you need 3 points, 3 kills to win the arena in 2 players at least. Is that for, you said that's for a trophy? I was looking at my Borderlands 1 trophies the other day. I've got most of them. Like, I don't think it'll be too much of a challenge. You have to go around the one raceway in record time, which, that'll be fun. Borderlands 1 driving is also awful. Cars don't feel fast. They're weak as anything based on the damage that they give and the damage that they can take out. And the healing is god-awful. It takes forever to heal in a car. So unless I really need to get from point A to point B, I just don't like the car. I'm surprised they didn't have a trophy for being proficient in all weapon categories. I'm still not entirely sure what being proficient in a weapon category does. Like, does it just give you better handling of the weapon? Like, better accuracy automatically? Or something? More ammo per mag or something? I'd imagine it was like Borderlands 1, Borderlands 1's version of, like, badass rank, where there's, like, some probably underlying stats that are permanently upgraded the more proficient you are in a category. That's my guess. I'd wager I'm not terribly far off. We can do the arena and the raceway together. Smile. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, if it's a multiplayer trophy, that's the cool thing about having a friend who also plays the game and you can have some coordination with it, right? Is that you can win, I can win. There you go. Trophy. Man, I keep seeing that last little piece of money fly down, and I keep thinking it's a sham. But it's not, because it's not in the dedicated sham spot, which is right there. I'm not mad about the 89 sham. I'm just disappointed. It's not the one that I want. Like, this is, we're gonna be at, like, run 10,000, and I'm not even gonna know what to do with my life after when we do find it. Like, this is just a thing now. Lives in the back of my head. It's like, oh yeah, you gotta get that sham. You gotta spend a couple hours of your day getting that sham. You know? You know? Weapon proficiency shows what benefits you when you look at the screen. Some do damage, accuracy, reload, fire rate. I think there's a trophy for max proficiencies, but it's hidden. Is there? I swear I looked at my trophies and it wasn't there. Because on the PlayStation app, thank God they actually, there's like a, thank God they actually allowed you to do this. It kind of defeats the purpose of hidden trophies, but like, how are you ever supposed to figure out what a hidden trophy is without looking it up to some degree? But on the PlayStation app, you can reveal hidden trophies. Like, you can reveal what it's supposed to be, which is clutch. I remember before that, when I was trophy hunting on Golden Abyss on my Vita, I think we were up at we were renting a cottage. It was like, I was 15 when I did this. 7 years ago? That's a little scary. This will be 8 years ago, actually, this year. 8 years ago, that's horrifying. And, like, we were up at the cottage, and the Wi-Fi was kind of crappy, but we had it. In any case, like, I had to search up the hidden trophies. Like, you just search them up online on, like, some trophy hunter website, and then, that's how you would figure out. And it's not that hard. It's just that it took forever, because you have to type in the whole trophy name, make sure you find the right one, and to do that for every trophy, because some games just had like 10 hidden trophies for some stupid reason. I hate it when he's on this side doing this form. It's so time consuming, and it's right next to the save point, so if I trigger that, the game lags. Has a mini stroke. There we go. Start playing Borderlands 2 on the Vita at work, at school, on the bus. Always farming for the 94 sham. Get at your grandma's funeral. I don't know why the location popped in my head. Don't worry. Vita means life. That's why they made it portable. Oh, ow. Ooh. That hurted a bit. You got health for me? No? Weave. Any of these got health so I can skip the wait? That's insulting. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Every mad parent. That one scene from Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the movie, the Dog Days one. Greg spent like $3 zillion on smoothies. Is that a legendary? No. It's just really important that you just don't do anything while all this stuff drops. I have yet to see the game crash from him dropping stuff, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're in an intense shootout with like a warloader or something and he's dropping everything and the game's chugging like crazy. Not that it would really do anything. You can just restart the game and then... Oh, an E-Tech, that's lovely. Is there a good E-Tech in the game at all? Plasma casters. They look really cool, that's the problem. Is that gun or is that the rocket launcher? Is that a rocket launcher? It's not. No. The E-Tech guns look and kind of sound really cool. It's just that in practical use, they're awful. They don't work very well. A 850 runs. Speaking of healthy, my Roland build alone is very terrible. Having like 2 heal skills for teammates and does not really benefit me. Well, I thought you said you wanted to make a medic Roland build. Isn't that the point? Isn't that kind of what he does? I could never get into Roland when I played Borderlands 1 for the first time. I was used to Axton, and I think I was hoping that he would be kind of more like Axton with a lot of survivability with him. He has the turret, but the healing doesn't come from the turret until later, and I don't know, the turret it's just not the same. Outside of that, he's kind of just regular, because that's his special ability. Norfleet, the best E-Tech. Okay, yeah, you got me there. You know what? Outside of the Norfleet, is there a good E-Tech gun? Being great for multiplayer, but terrible for solo gameplay. Well, yeah, I mean, you can always respec, though. Like, just go to the new use station and respec them. So you can do that. Does the respec? I think it just costs money, and I don't think I've ever had to respec in regular Borderlands. The top, yeah, another rocket launcher. It just sounds like an E-Tech gun is garbage unless it's a rocket launcher. Which that kind of is dumb in and of itself. Like, that's... unless it's the gun that does, or the gun type that does the most amount of damage, it's awful. So let's just make the only good ones rocket launchers, because we can't seem to figure out any of the other things. Why do you gotta do this? Like, you're not even hurting me, but you're doing... like, how do you hurt me with your gun to the point where the shield gets damaged, but we're in UVHM? Every shot should put me in life-threatening condition. But no, he's just like, nah. I'm gonna take 1 damage off your shield. Who's trying to talk up there? Somebody was just... phone wasn't working. Bad reception. Great rocket launcher. I can't... launcher. Can't spell. Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. Why? In the regular bunker fight, is there more than 2 gun loaders or loaders that fight you? Like, on a respectable console, is there more than 2? So I'm trying to think if on this version it's just 2 because of the reduced enemy load. Some areas I swear that they don't reduce the enemy load, like in the slaughterhouse. Also, can't remember if the Circle of Slaughter, the wildlife preserve one, is on this version. We tried it. I don't remember if it actually worked or not. Because I think it does. I think it works. It's a little funky the way that you do need to get it, because technically you can't go onto the Vita store and download that DLC on here. Like, the only way to get the DLCs is to buy the actual game. And even when you do, it's not one of the ones included in the list. But, like, you need to have either a PS3 or PS4 with that DLC. Walk into it. I can't remember if you can just walk out or if you need to walk into it, stay in it, and then transfer your character back, and then it automatically unlocks it for you. I don't know. I don't know why they made that a paid DLC too. Like, dude, that's not DLC worthy. Same with the pre-sequel, the Shock Slaughter map. Like, just put it in the game. You already put Fink's Slaughterhouse in the game for free. Like, why do you need $2 off of this? Fairly certain there's more enemies? Okay. That's fine. They're only there for second win purposes anyway. Do they actually pose a challenge? I think not. Relics provide small bonuses to specific aspects of your character. Cool. That's great. Let's keep going. Like I said, I'm not gonna go for as long tonight. Maybe I'll go for just over 2 hours. Do have to sleep. Gotta go over my blood work tomorrow. On the right time. Where are we at right now? Hour and a half. That's not bad. Hopefully he's not over there doing that one so we can get some quick runs. That's better. This is good. This is progress. Get out of the way! You're impeding my progress. Beautiful. So much faster. Does anybody else have any better ways of killing Bunker other than Sandhawk and Slega combo? Okay, I should rephrase. Does anybody have a better way of killing Bunker that isn't boring with Zero? That is its own realm of doing stuff that makes the game hurt internally. You're doing the Borderlands 1 stream in 5,237 weeks, right? What? Where are these very specific numbers coming from? Also, how long is 5,200 weeks? That's gotta be like 30 years or something. I see. Disrespect me in my own home, Waria. Collect all this money that's useless now because I reached the money cap. It's not like in Borderlands 3 where there's a visual money cap, but you can just get so much more money than that. "52 runs. Only a measly 36,659 days? What? That's like... How many days is that? 10 years? 100 years? My brain is too tired to be doing math. It's been on reserve power for the last 2 days. Today we had it's a little over 100 years. Yeah, I thought so. Like 365 days is 1 year. 3,650 days would be 10 years. Just add the 0 and then add another 0. No, I had a social studies class today for like teaching social studies. It's a 3-hour class, but like in no universe do we need 90 minutes of group work. Like absolutely not, please and thank you. That's just, it's not hard. And you know what, it's fun talking with people rather than sitting and listening for a lot of time, but like, what's the point? We're just taking up the readings that we already all did and telling each other the exact same details about what we just read. Why are you making us do this? Why can't I just sleep in and then go to my second class? You can still kill him relatively quickly with this method here. Switch guns! I'm hitting the button! A lot of bull loaders this time around. I find that depending, like, just kind of seems to be random with whatever, whenever it loads in. It's like, alright, this enemy's gonna be more prevalent today. Versus this one. What are you doing, bro? Okay. I thought he was blocking or something. I thought he was just vertically blocking. I'm surprised they don't do that. It's kind of very effective. I didn't really know where to shoot him. Going to disappear. I'll be sure to catch your next stream in 2,500. 257,910 days. Alright, Mr. Flip. I'll be here. We'll probably still be farming for a sham by the... We got ourselves a sham! What are the odds? Mr. Flip, before you leave, drop a prediction. I'm guessing 80%. We look at it last. Savor the moment. Wait for stuff to come out of here. 90% says Mr. Donut Lord. Friday, March 11th, 2732. Amazing. 92, Mr. Flip is being optimistic. Alright. 82 says Mr. Strange. I said 80. And Mr. Donut Lord said 90. Okay. Alright. Guesses are in. Let's see. Like... Why? It's not good. It's like the worst one, because even 78, it's like, oh hey, it's close to 77, that's kind of exciting. This one's just bad. This one sucks. I got closest, but I don't really care that I got closest. Not good. Is bad. Update sham counter 28. Oops. There. Damn, yeah. Bruh, I know. Like, what are we doing? What's the point of what we're doing right now? Making history? Is it usually this painful to make history? Maybe. That's a high number. What are you smoking, Mr. Flip? What do you mean that's a high number? Relative to every other adaptive shield in the game? Yeah, sure, that's a high number. Relative to shams? That's the third worst one you can get. I was feeling good about that one too. I kind of saw it because, like, I'm pretty sure to get the 94 you need the honeycomb on it. Like the thumbnail that I use for every one of these, I have the... That's what the 94 is supposed to look like. And, like, unless it has the honeycomb, I don't like to look at it until we actually get over there. So, like, I don't like to peek at it from a distance. But unless there's a honeycomb on it, I don't think it's the 94. Kind of takes some of the fun out of it, because if you don't spot any kind of honeycomb pattern, then it's like, ah, well, it's gonna be crappy. Kind of takes away from that moment of, I need to go over there and see it. Alright, time for me to disappear. Love you all. Thanks for coming to my TikTok. Thank you for being here, Mr. Flip. You take it easy, my friend. Have a great rest of your night, or great rest of your day, I forget. Bunker, you've done me a disservice. Who is hitting me? I didn't see you spawn in. Okay, well, that's gonna put a slowdown on things. Fire rate! Like, even using the Norfleet on him at this part doesn't really do anything. Like, it would be kind of nice if we could just two-shot him in this phase with an Orfleet, but no. Apparently not. High ground. You underestimate my power. Look at him fly away. Weak. Give me the 94. Please. They're flying enemies. He did no damage, but okay. He's gonna lag the game a bit. Flying around like that. You underestimate my bunker. Don't try. See. No double sham. It's happened before. We got 2 shams in a row. This was not that time. Now we have to suffer. But we got 2 shams so far, which is good. Feels so bad for the people who I see on Reddit. Like, I don't know if they're hunting for the 94 specifically, or they're just hunting for a sham. But they're like, I'm like 200 runs in. I haven't found a sham. I'm like, I feel for you. I found like 28 of them, but none of them are the one that I want. But I'm pretty sure we had an okay amount of shams. Like, we had maybe 5 by the time we hit 200 runs. 5 or 6 of them. It's like we were on track with the math. I'm not sure what the math is anymore for this. Like, I stopped keeping track of that after a while. But, like, we're doing okay, I think, with sham percentage, maybe? The bunker SMGs, we've just been getting a lot. Like, that's the thing. It's either a bunker SMG or a sham or a customization. So it's not like we're not getting the drop rate. We have... I'm not keeping track of customizations. It's not like we're not getting drops. It's just that it's shared between the 3. Same drop chance. Or I guess 1 drop potential for 3 separate items. So... that sucks. But we're getting them, which is better than most people. A cat snoring so loud I can hear it through the headphones. Why is bro laughing at me? He's laughing at my disappointment. One of these days you'll give it to me, and then I'll never have to look at you again. I figure once I get the 94 sham on here, other than Borderlands 2 VR, I will never have to do this again. I will have felt accomplished with a 94 sham on this version. I don't think I need to go past that and get one on every version. Ugh. Is there a way to automate this farm? Like, if people found a way to code some bot to do it for them. If so, I may... Nose are itchy. I may just learn how to code for a Vita. Mr. or Mrs. John Doe, welcome my friend, love the name. How's it going tonight? Or today? Depending on where you're coming from. We got 2 shams tonight, we found 2 shams. One of them was an 89, one of them was a 79, so... We've got opposite ends of the spectrum there. We're still looking, still... hunting hard for this damn thing. We have 277 shams. We found 2. I have them. I kept them. Which means we've hit the percentage that we need. There's one of them. There's the other one. We've been... Mr. Donald. Would you... What? Would I like cheap viewers? We're on YouTube, my friend. I don't even think you can do that, but... Appreciate the offer. Oh, yellow, Mr. John. Say Twitch, broski. Talk to Mr. Strange. He might be a cheap viewer. Bro's donating 1 cent. I kid. I kid, of course. Master Yi the Invincible. That's also something we need to do at some point. That's gonna be a pain to do because he sucks regularly and he's gonna suck on this. Yes, you can. That's how I exist. You mean that's how you exist? Is that your one purpose for existing? Because there's always that one bot that shows up on calling yourself cheap. There's always that one bot that shows up on TikTok or on Twitch streams where it's the exact same message no matter the bot, and it's hilarious. It's just like it's something I look forward to. Hold the space. Gotta put that in brackets. Hold the space. It's like they whisper it to you. Yes, to sell cheap viewers. That's a new low. What's the rates? I'm not gonna buy any, but I'm just curious as to what they go for. Like, what kind of packages are you offering here? Maybe that's what Mr. Strange can spend his TikTok coins on. An easy kill, thank you! Yeah! I don't know why I killed that one turret. Because it's not like you really get much fire rate with a Sandhawk from it anyway. It's just what I used to do during the... when we still used the... Infinity pistol. 100 followers? Followers? I thought you were talking about viewers. Those are different. For $10. What, it's just 100 bots then? Is that how that is? Because I doubt those are real people awaiting the call. That'd be kind of weird just having like 100 bots in your He dropped a B. No way. That one loader dropped us a B shield. It's worse in every single way from the one that we have now. I think that's the first time I've ever gotten a world drop out of an enemy like that on a legendary. That's sick. Yes, yes, you mean... Oh my god, my brother walked up the window, he's got a brick box. I thought it was a delivery guy. Like at 1 in the morning? He took extra long to get up here. You got any goth baddie viewers asking for a friend? A bee is pretty cool. It's kind of useless in our current situation, especially... Yeah, I was gonna say, they're not gonna give us a bee and a sham in one go. That would be... Where'd it go? There it is. It's a level 59 bee, too. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Damn, that amp shot drain... Or that amp shot damage is actually a huge difference. 3 levels under. 2 levels under, I guess. My first world drop was from a loader, and it was the fire bunker SMG. And then the game crashed. That's a shame. Hey, can you imagine? Like, I really don't want to jinx it, because it hasn't happened once yet, but like, we find the 94 sham, we look at it, and then the game crashes. We'll have seen it, though. We'll have evidence. Mr. Aporia, welcome, my friend. How are we? It's been a while. How's it going, my friend? I don't have a category for world drops, which I'm now realizing I maybe should have done, because we have had a ton of world drops doing this farm. Not weirdo, me donut. He's honest. Mr. Poirier, you want free viewers? Or I guess they're not free, but you want 100 followers for $10. Standing offer. I'll make sure to pass on the money to Mr. John Doe. You actually, Mr. Fatal, with that one comment, that's enough to turn him into Mr. Fatal. It's not even scratching the surface. I won't tell. What a party animal. Keep up the hard work. Proud of you. Thank you, my friend. Mr. Lol Ninja. Yeah, we're still farming. Still going for the Sham. 856 runs later. It's a process, but a process that could have been over in 10 runs, but we're not that lucky. Nobody has ever put this much work into a Vita farm for the Sham before, so we're gonna be the people that do it. And I'm fine with that. As long as I know we'll get it at some point. We've got the strategy down to a T. We know where he spawns. We know how to kill him in a variety of forms in a mildly timely fashion. This spawn of him is not very timely, though. There we go. So you are him. If so, quit stalking my universe. What? Also, you were muted. Oh yeah, no, I knew I was muted. I thought I was still muted. I'm like, oh. My lawyer advised me not to answer. Never mind, you were good. We grind, bro. We do indeed. PlayStation TV never stops. I gotta make sure I upload the character save file, like, after every stream from here on out, in case anything happens to it. We can just download that save to a PS3 or PS4, get a replacement system, and then put it back on there and continue the journey. We can't lose him. We can't lose Fred. Fred has been immortalized on YouTube, the character, and is the Lone Ranger standing Vita character, I think, to exist on YouTube to any kind of extent. No pearls. Fine. I get it. Didn't go down all the way. 57. Me not gross donut lord, me thy donut lord. You are not a Mandalorian. What? When in The Mandalorian were people saying that? It's been a while since I watched it, but I mean, not that far out of it. This is the way of the goth patty. I mean, you did challenge him, and he gave you an answer, so... You know... I feel like I deserve a shirt once we get the 94 Sham. I want a shirt that says, I got the 94 Sham on the PS Vita. Like, 2 people in all of the world would understand what that shirt means just by looking at it at face value. This is not the way. How's it been, Mr. Poria? How's the week been? Can't remember if I asked you that already. How's it been? Any ice storms coming your way? Mr. Wired Dragon said he's preparing for an ice storm. I'm not sure where he resides, but all I know is that there's just been some crazy snow hitting a lot of different parts of the world recently. It's cold, and then warms up like 2 days later, and then the roads are all gross. Eh, I didn't hit the ceiling there, I thought I did. Horrible, it's getting colder here. Oh yeah, that's right, you're in Alberta. That sucks. What's the temperature like over there for you? What is that? Oh, it's a warloader. They look the same. Those are not a good warloader. Eek. But it's been warm the last few days. It was really cold here yesterday. Like, I can't learn when it's nearly -30 outside. Like, that's not, learning doesn't occur there. If the car barely wants to start, then my brain won't want to start. What did that say? Shukum Calipine. Sounds like something you'd order from... You know what, I'm just not going to continue that thought. That's where that one ends. I kind of want to see another pearl fly out of here. It was a cool moment. Something tells me, though, if we do get another one, it's probably going to be like a refill Avenger or a Butcher. Something we already have and don't need in terms of collecting pearls. Is that the bunny? No, that's not the bunny. The bunny has a bunny on it. Never mind, that is a bunny. I thought that was just a white smear on the gun, but that was the bunny texture. It was just very low quality. Sounds like something Donut Lord Mr. Fatal. Bro is not Mr. Fatal. He's not even close. Probably avoided the TikTok suspension by ending that first sentence. It wasn't going to be that bad. It's just it wasn't going to be good either, but nah, it's fine. I feel like the TikTok would have been suspended already if it was going to be. What? Oh, I missed the one. Would you rather change genders every time you sneeze or not be able to tell the difference between a baby and a muffin? What? It's a very fascinating question. Probably the baby and the muffin thing? I'm curious how that would work though. Like if I have my own child, how am I gonna confuse that with a muffin? They're kind of like different scales. One's a human-sized thing, one's a muffin. How many times do you crash? What are you referring to? Like the welcome Mr. E Cook. You're new. Welcome, my friend. Crash meaning like the game crashing? During the bunker fight in all of the 858 runs, we've never had one crash. During the game when we did stream and play the entire story from normal Vault Hunter to Ultimate Vault Hunter, several. I don't have a count for that because I honestly just lost count. Normal Vault Hunter mode wasn't too bad because we played it single player and it's normal Vault Hunter mode, so there's not a whole lot of stuff going on in terms of gun variety. TVHM and the inclusion of multiplayer, that gets a little bit harder to run, especially in the bigger areas, so crashing did occur more frequently. But you kind of learn what areas crash and what areas don't, so you can kind of plan for it a little bit. If that's what your question, if that's what you're referring to. If not, then that's just a whole tangent. It's both an option. Well, hold on. What if you do the Peter Griffin thing? What? 800 fourth graders. Gotta pick one only. Where he mistook a baby for fried chicken. Oh, is that where that's from? I don't remember that episode. Oh wait, no, now I do. Was that like some intervention he was having? No, yeah, it was the fat camp episode, wasn't it? It's slowly coming back. It looked out. It wasn't fried chicken. It was a baby. It was a baby. Yeah, that one. I'm pretty sure that's the clip you're referring to. If there's more than one clip like that, that's slightly disturbing. That's a whole lot of nothing, brother. Yeah, there we go. Mr. Poria's got it. Nice. I'll take the muffin, baby. Then I'm getting kind of hungry. Mr. Donut Lord, you're always hungry, man. Go get the chicken sandwich. Mr. Strange never clarified what place he wanted his chicken sandwich from. Yeah, that's what I was referring to, and thank you for the insight. Might try to do this after I beat Gravity Rush. I mean, I will warn you on one thing. If you are looking to play this game multiplayer all the way through, once you do get to UVHM and you get to Brick's Initiation, it is impossible to get past that part in multiplayer. Like, impossible. We tried it, we tested it more than once on stream. It is impossible to do. You can fight through everybody, and Brick will do his little intro cutscene thing. And as soon as he lands after jumping out of his chair, the game will freeze in multiplayer. There's nothing you can do to get around it in multiplayer. The only thing you can do is turn your game offline, do the thing in single player, destroy the... What are you destroying? The generators or something? And then have your person join back. Then the game will be fine. But other than that, there's a few other areas you got to worry about for crashing. But as soon as you kind of learn those areas and you learn how to play around them, like make sure you have the loadout that you want ready, especially in Overlook, then you'll be fine. Don't go into your inventory unless you really have to in those big areas. Oh, what am I doing? No! Don't mess up the system turret, don't you fire! Thought he was doing the other thing. If you accidentally eat a baby thinking it was a muffin, well then I just won't eat muffins. I can live the rest of my life without eating muffins. I don't usually eat them anyway. He said Popeyes. Did he? Did I miss that one? When did he say Popeyes? I was just planning on the single player, but that's good to know. Alright, then you should be okay for single player. There are also some crashing spots you have to worry about in single player, but it's not too bad. At least in my opinion. I mean, we got through it, so... And overall game performance is slightly better when you're not playing the multiplayer, so, you know. You know what? Can't say it's a prank. We've got 2 Shams already. We know it's there. Just don't want to see that 94. Show me the money. Show me Picard's flute. Sham? No. Imagine. 860 runs. That's too many. I'll go on a muffin-only diet. You trying to tell me something, Mr. Donut Lord? But no, that was an insane would you rather question. I was not expecting that, and not expecting those answers. How long have we been going for here? Hour 57. We'll go for like 10 more minutes, and then I'll call it a night there, just 'cause I need to sleep, man. Gotta do an assignment tomorrow too. I'm not doing my volunteering and not doing my blood work. Man! I've never had to, as an English major, you know, you do a lot of writing. You do a lot of paper writing and reading and all that crap. This teacher's college course is literacy intervention, putting literacy skills in your classroom and looking for the effect. The assignment, two of the assignments are exactly the same. You have to pick from one of the readings that we were already given, and the whole assignment is 200 words total for 30% of your grade. The first bit is to synthesize what you have read. Doing that in 100 words for like a 7-page document is damn near impossible. Saying any kind of meaningful reflection in 100 words is damn near impossible. So I get to do that tomorrow. I'm oh so looking forward to that. Doing that at 6:30 at night when I finally get back home. He's unslagged! No! There we go, we got him. Crisis averted. Don't alert, are you a cannibal? No comment with a smiley face. That is back chilling. Mr. Donut Lord's having a moment. I don't think he was actually fully dead. I saw some numbers pop up. Come on. Like, they're all falling in the pile the way they're supposed to. Just need that last little trailer to fall in with it. And then we'll be hunky-dory. Some minigun of some kind. God damn it. Light blue beam. The regular blue beam on here looks a lot like, it can look a lot like a pearl, and the amount of times when guns fall into each other. Mr. Fatal was a great many things. Pretty sure he was also trying to recruit me to some kind of religious organization through PlayStation messages. At least I think that's him. It does not. Is that going to break the game? I click continue too quickly. Usually like to wait for the character to load up before I click the continue button. Just give it a chance, you know. It's got to be treated with respect. Grenade mods can dramatically change the way grenades behave. I love how half of the grenades are just causes standard explosion, and it's just a regular grenade at that point. Mr. Fatal sounds like a party pooper. What kind of parties are you guys having over there? We're talking about the same person. Are we? Are you? Let's do it. It's like when you were a kid, you just hear parents had a CD burner and you just really loved one song, you just burn that song on there like 50 gajillion times, and this is that song, except I hate this bunker music now. I despise it. Hearing it fills me with sorrow and dread and hopelessness. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm shooting the thing. Shooting the platform. That's disgusting how much extra damage using slag does. I don't think he's all the way dead. You did this! They ever fix the zero action skill bug? Mr. Dragon King, welcome my friend, how are we? To which are you referring? Are you talking like strictly on the Vita or just in general? Because this version of the game is running an older version of the firmware. Or I guess older version of Borderlands compared to probably what you're used to on modern systems, just because it didn't get all the updates and all the hotfixes. I know there is a bug on this version and other versions, at least, where if you're trying to get the trophy where you need to remain in deception for a certain period of time, you can get it really early on this version, and just in general by having the bandit car and then activating deception and just keep swapping in the back seat, like getting in and out of the back seat. It keeps your deception on, and you just keep doing that till the trophy pops. Is that the glitch you're referring to, or am I just way off base? Is my YouTube chat working on this side again? Oh, it's working again. Cool. I don't trust it, though. I'm just going to stay with the thing that I have currently. On the Vita, it would make them invisible unless they had armor. Oh, like the deception guy would be invisible? I don't know. I've never played a Zero on the Vita before outside of just trying to get the trophy. And I don't remember when I did use him if his deception guy went invisible. My apologies. I wouldn't put it past the game to have that happen. A lot of missing textures in this game for seemingly no reason. The slag texture is non-existent. The bone shredder gun texture, the entire gun, outside of the aiming reticle, is non-existent. We have it. Love showing it off to people. It's just such a weird phenomenon. Here's the bone shredder. Let me give you a closer look of it, actually. Here's the bone shredder. I'm zooming in and out, as you can see. Panning the gun around even. Rotating it with the right joystick. It's a great gun, if you couldn't tell. Bone shredder. Actually putting the gun on and using it is... It increases your FOV. This is this handmade FOV mod for the older versions of the game. Let me just phantom reload this crap. Here's the bone shredder. They just never added the texture for this gun into this version. I've now just realized I also probably messed up the Slaga shooting texture. It's going to look a little stroby. My apologies. It'll get fixed once we save quit the game. Where is the Slaga? Brother, what? Oh, wait. Oh, no, I need the Sandhawk. Where's the corrosive Sandhawk? There we go. Printer is going. Lovely looking gun. The details are crazy for how old this game is. I know, it's insane, right? They really needed that resource management on this version, so they're like, just take out everything. You know what, that gun, even though it's an homage to the first game and one of the really difficult first bosses you fight in such a nostalgic arena, we're just not gonna add it. They don't need that. Use it. It's not like, it's, I don't know, I have way better weapons and it's not gonna be very good against Bunker. It works. Like, you can injure people with it, but it's like, it works as it should. Technically, it just doesn't look like it should. I missed a lot of critical damage with that. There we go. Doesn't matter. 2 mags and bunker gone. Hello, sir. Oh, you got a shield. There you go. Printer making beats in the back. Yeah, the Shack printer. The Epson Eco Tank. That's what I like to call that one. The Shack printer. Just fill and show. Time we go right now? 2 hours. All right, we'll do 4 more runs, get to 865, and then we'll call it a night there. See if we get lucky. Any pearlescent weaponry that wants to present itself, please do so. Sometimes the green beams, depending on the lighting, will look like legendaries too, which is a cruel prank to pull. Yeah. 862. Ooh. Never made it to the bunker on Zero Vita version. Does he crash the game with board? That's also a question I have no idea the answer to. I would imagine that on modern PCs, if you do it just good enough, it'll crash it. I would think the Vita version would. Just seeing as how if you remain in Overlook for too long and try to open your inventory, the game will crash. Or if you drive through a certain roadway on Three Horns, what is it, Three Horns Valley? Yeah, I think it's Three Horns Valley. It's like just after the motel. Keep to the road on the right, like going on the right pathway. If you've been in the game for more than 10 minutes and you drive that path and you drive fast, it'll crash, so I would think so. I don't have a Zero character to test that out with, unfortunately. Be kind of interested to hear what the boar actually sounds like on here in that case, considering all the sounds are so compressed on this version to begin with. Like I'm curious as to how bad it actually would sound. Energy level is degrading in real time very rapidly. God damn it, man. Just make it quick and easy kills. I don't want to keep doing this. Bro keeps saying the high ground. He's not even on the ground. He's in a plane. Or a helicopter. Buzzard, whatever those things are. Wee. You know what the one thing the Vita version has over the Switch version of Borderlands 2? Free multiplayer. Granted, it's only 2-player multiplayer because Vita can barely handle 1, but you get 2 players. You could also use the ad hoc mode if you wanted to do that. Like you don't need Wi-Fi in order to play together. Also had in-game voice chat, which is not good. Pretty sure tying a can with a string and having that kind of phone system you'd get better clarity out of. But it had it, you know what, and that makes it timeless. So if Sony ever does actually just axe the entire party system, what's left of it on the Vita, then you still have a way of communicating, I guess, within games. I don't know, it was a weird time because, yeah, the Vita had the party chat system, and I'm pretty sure it had it since launch. Um, a lot of games, if not every single multiplayer game on the Vita, has in-game voice chat, so I'm not sure what that's about. I know, I don't know, it's weird because I'm like the PS3 days. Well, I mean, PS3 didn't really have a party chat system in the way that we kind of know it now. It was more like video calling or audio calling, but like you couldn't do that within games. It was strictly based on in-game voice chat. 360 did have party chat, but that's besides the point. And then the Vita came out. The Vita came out in 2011. PS4 came out in 2013. They were kind of companion products with each other, so I just found it kind of weird that as games came out, PS4 focused heavily on party chat system, whereas the Vita, with the same party chat system, which could connect to PS4 parties back in those days, still opted for in-game voice chat. That sounds like how you would expect Xbox 360 voice chat to sound. It was just like a unanimous thing, or a universal thing. Any and all voice chat systems from this time just all sound exactly the same, no matter the console and no matter the game you're playing. It's hilarious. A quick kill, thank God. Look at the system at work. Shred them. It's so simple. Why can't they all be like that? It would make it such an easy farm. Or such a quick farm, I should say. Boom. Ah, crap, I was hit. Come on, bunker, don't fly around for forever. Ah. Hello, sir. Goodbye, sir. Let's see. Come on. Give me one more before we end. It would be really cool if you did. Or even out of here, it'd be really cool if you did something like that. It's fine. 2 more runs. We'll play a run 865. And we'll be good for 866 next time we play, which I have no idea when that's going to be. Assignments are starting and other stuff. Busy time. What the hell happened? Continue. We can do this. We can persevere through 2 more. I have a hangnail on my foot. I can feel my sock catching. Too much snow. Too much snow outside. Ye gods, look at all of those options. Is that right? I think we also did try the claptrap wub wub Easter egg on the Vita. I can't remember exactly how you do it, but it's something to do with, I think you have to enter a slightly modified version of the Konami code on the main menu, and then in one of the options, I think maybe like the audio option, there's like a wub wub option. I'm pretty sure it works on the Vita version. We tried it. Took a little figuring out as to what buttons you were actually supposed to press. But, you know, I'm just kind of happy that all the little niche things, all the little small Easter eggs made their way into this port too. Like, I know it's essentially the same version of the game as like the PS3 version was before it started getting more updates, but like, I don't know, they were cutting things out, little things even, so I'm shocked that stuff like that remained. It's not an integral part of completing the game in any means, even for trophy completion, but yeah. Thanks for the push. I will do no such thing. Come on, eyes, you gotta stay open for one more run. Actually, I think this might be my last run. I am losing it. Brain is shutting off. Come on! If you didn't hurt me with the first 10, I don't think any more will do the job. Oh, I lied. They're hurting me. Need to be quick with it. There we go. Come on. You know you want to. I know why you want to. So just do it. I hate myself. Fine, that's okay. We got 2 shams today. We got a bee out of a loader, which is cool, but it was a crappy bee, so doesn't really matter, but it was successful, I'd say. Getting cool blue sniper and this TDR shotgun. Not bad. Move that gun when it hit it. Didn't know that had that kind of collision effects. Ooh. Alright, my friends. I think that's gonna do it for me tonight. I need to get some sleep. It is 1:40 in the morning and I am outrageously tired, so appreciate every single one of you for being here tonight. You guys make these streams what they are, whether we're talking about the game or just talking about life in general. Always nice to meet new people as well. Had a few new people in the stream tonight. W stream as always, Mr. Streamer Dude Man. See you next time. Thank you, Mr. Donut Lord, for being here and gracing us with your presence. Very thoughtful of you. And yeah, we're hopefully we'll get some streams going maybe Friday night or on Saturday. Still have to decide what my schedule is looking like, but until the next time, everybody, take it easy, stay safe, stay warm. It's getting cold out there in some parts of the world, and yeah, I will see you next time. Take it easy, everybody.